Welcome to this week's Tell You What podcast with me, the fat half of it, Talal
Stop.
Jomar,
Stop.
and the face and skinny half, Sean Aleavey.
Oh, just let me that clock keeps ticking like a metronome and my thoughts
Sean,
keep
how are
telling
you?
me to
I'm
get
good. Do you know, if I'm going to be the face of the podcast, you're the voice of the podcast because I listen to myself back, and as vain as I am, even I can't stand my voice. You're like smooth jazz, so you are. That deep fucking voice of yours.
I've always said I'm the voice that you drive home from work to.
Yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean? It's that nice.
I think me and you would make a good like going home show. We could be the new two Johnnies. I don't know if them boys have been replaced yet because you have the nice calm dad vibe about you, and I can give it the whole. Next up on RTE is the I don't know what they play like.
But we could have a section where, like, right, for all the young cool people, there's this event on, there's this bar, they're doing this, and I'd be like, there's this class soft play outside of
Yeah,
Dominic
yeah,
and
yeah,
Dean. It's 2 for 1. Bring one child, get one free. Yeah, I think that's the vibe we're going for here.
This information is strictly for parents only. Nonsense, turn off. This isn't a recommendation. Where should go?
Yeah.
That's what. Do you know the way like people make that sort of wholesome content now? Like people
Yeah.
would make like that would happen now. See if you made like a here's a great children's soft play or a great leisure center to go to, you just get every creepo under the day getting that sent to their algorithm. Like
Oh, like, and there's nothing I love more than like taking photographs of like my kids, but I'm always weary of like other children being in them, if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like, because that's a real, because I do know somebody who had that, who had like put up a picture of their child. Now the other child is like, you can hardly even make them out, and the
Hmm.
parent went mental and was like, "This pervert took a photograph of my child." It was like
Oh
literally
God.
in the background.
You're going, your
So
child's stinking, shut up.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
you're safe, don't worry about it.
That's why I love my mobile phone is that magic eraser.
Oh, does it? Yeah,
The
you can like
Google,
cut stuff out.
yeah. So it's just like you just squiggle your finger on it, and it just whatever's in it just disappears. It's
That's
weird.
mental.
Yeah, and
The
also
fuck?
means, like, for example, if you take a photograph and you're not like smiling,
Mhm.
if you've enough photographs of yourself, then it'll generate like an AI version of you smiling. It's creepy and it's weird, but
Is that how you
it's
send me the thumbnails for this? For
yeah,
anyone that doesn't know,
yeah.
that them thumbnails that I take, me and Talal have to take like selfies, and I'm immune to it, but Talal just dies inside every time, and I have a folder in my phone of just Talal looking as uncomfortable as anything, getting these photos done.
Yeah. I hear talk about being uncomfortable. So I'm just gonna say it. I'm just done recording a wee sketch there.
Right?
Um, I was an angry. I don't want to give the whole thing away, but basically, I'm washing someone's car, right?
Hmm.
And I'm very like, and I don't talk in this sketch, but I just have to have this particular face. It's like, like a wedding. You know, when you're like smiling for like
Mm,
so long, you like, am I smiling right? And you get in your own head.
I hate that.
And one of the times, it's like the guy recorded was like, "Talal, stop going cross-eyed." I didn't know I could cross my eyes, but I'm like fixating on this thing that my eyes are just swap places.
Mhm.
Like, I'm doing my best not to laugh. That's the thing.
That's so good.
It's gonna be in the BBC, by the way. So
Lovely.
excited.
Lovely.
Yeah, here. I'm literally piggybacking on the coattails of one of the biggest comedians
Yeah.
in Ireland. So more than delighted to get the call up. So you know what I mean?
I know what's
Great.
gonna happen to me because I was involved with one of them as well, one of the sketches you're doing, and it was like a sort of like just really background character I was playing in both of the scenes. But I know for a fact I've told one or two people I went and did it. I know I'm not gonna make the edit. I know for a fact it's
Uh,
gonna be one of them where you're
see,
sitting there going like I'm in this one, and then they're like where, and I'm like oh don't even chat to me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
yeah. I'm like, send me photographs so that people see that I've actually done this. That
Mhm.
if I don't make it, even though it's just me and the other guy, if I don't make it, Boston is that. I don't care. I was like, still got the call up.
I
So
would
yeah,
actually, I would find it so funny if they went to, because I presume I know the kind of sketch they needed you for, but got like, let's just say an authentic person and like
yeah.
someone actually was that thing, and said too much, said too much, said too much.
But
But
it's good fun. It was great fun, to be fair.
Isn't it weird how you
But
like really overthink those things? Because for my one, it was like you had to just be the background of a cafe, and they're like just like be
yeah.
on your phone. I was like fake being on my phone, and I was like I can just be on my phone, and that's actually more authentic. Do you know what I mean? Like I was probably given. Do you know whenever
Yeah.
you see them people in like adverts or like playing video games, and they're all like fucking, do you know, like giving it stacks,
Yeah,
moving around the
yeah,
room,
yeah,
and like
yeah.
that's the worst. You know, sitting playing video games, you don't move. Your hands stay low. Your face is angry. That's it. Your hands barely move.
Yes, exactly.
So
Exactly. It is very much like, but after, and not even that, there was like a few people watching us too. So, but the funny thing was, oh, that's why I love doing stand up, because they were like, did you who the main guy was? And they're
Mhm.
like, oh, are you like part of his like, are you like part of his like crew, or what are you like? And I'm like, no, I'm also a comedian. They're like, oh, right, okay.
Oh.
Anyway,
No, oh no.
no,
Oh, it's
it's
so bad.
and then they were like, see at the end, they were like, they wanted a photograph of the comedian, and they're like, here, will you take this photo? And I'm like, oh,
Oh,
this is
that's heartbreaking.
look at me.
That's heartbreaking.
And then the guy recording was like, no, sure, you get in the photograph too. And I was like,
Nah,
no problem, no
nah.
problem.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
That is,
Ugh.
yeah, it is. But it was just the
Hey,
way they went. Oh, like, are you? They thought I was like his like. Must have been like his PA or
sidekick.
like his entourage. It's like entourage. To be fair, I probably looked like a fucking security guard just standing there.
Yeah, just bouncer with the arms folded, being like, "Not right, lads.
Yeah.
No, no photos, please."
Yeah. But it's just like it's unbelievable, like how far you have to go. Do you know what I mean? It's just like you think you're doing well, and you think maybe people may start to recognize me. Nah.
No. Joe, what I love, and I hope there's comedians that listen to this. There's people in the comedy scene that go, "Oh, I got recognized, or this happened, or that happened," and you're just going, "No, it didn't. It
No,
definitely
I
didn't."
didn't.
It's like
No. And
I know people that have said to me like, "Oh, they came off for me at a gig that like they weren't even on," and they'd be like, "People were saying, are you your man from such and such, or your woman from such and such? Keep it discreet, you know." And
yeah.
they got photos, and then I will actually get to the point now where I'm like, "Sure, show us the photos then." Or they must have tagged you in it then, and they're just like, "Oh no, I don't know where they are."
Yeah, like I've only been I got recognized once,
Mhm.
and it was on the actually, when I got recognized, I was actually last night at a I was just walking into Madden's, and one of the guys who was in the front row was like, "There's the bomber from our
Unbelievable,
thing."
unbelievable.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "Oh, you didn't it? Hi, didn't know I was a comedian." He's like, "Oh, yeah." Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
It's
"Yeah,
always
yeah,
the
yeah,
stuff you don't want to get recognized for. Do you know what I mean? Because you see it with
yeah."
the bigger acts where like Colin Geddes still gets by the blender. Like
I
that
know.
is over 10, that's a decade old, like easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
it's
But
it's also the wrong time, especially this current climate, to be shouting at somebody who looks like me, just going,
yeah.
"Bomber! There's the
Yeah, yeah.
bomber!" You know what I mean?
And you being like, that's me, lad. That's me. That's you're
Yeah,
bang on.
I'm the bomber. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like I'm in my head going, "Does he recognize me from the sketch, or is he just being completely racist here?" But no, it was from the sketch. Thankfully, just like bomber. Like, yeah. But yeah, last night was good crack.
Last night was good crack. We were doing a RW Comedy Club in Madden's, and our first ever sold out show. A year and a half I've been running that gig. I was just seeing the ticket sales
Unbelievable.
going through, being like, "What?" I thought like there's something up. Like this isn't right. Because normally we sell like I'll be completely honest, sell like if we sell 4 tickets and then we get 10 comedians on the door, 14 people, and that's a great night for us. Like that's good.
Yeah.
And recently it has picked up a wee bit, but all the online tickets were sold out beforehand. People were buying tickets on the door. It was crammed. You couldn't move. I was emceeing. People were walking behind me while emceeing. It was just bedlam. But we had two, because we said in this the other week, we had two people who had signed up for fantasy football forfeits this week, and they were just madness. Like they were so, so good.
I was chatting to a guy today about the gig last night, and I was like, "Do you know what it was like? Do you remember the first boiler room DJ set in like Belfast,
Yeah.
where everybody was crowded around the DJ?"
Yeah.
I was like, it literally is the boiler room of comedy. I mean,
Yeah.
it is like everybody was around, and I was the place was mayhem.
Yeah, it was
It
madness.
was, and I was like, but as I said to you last night, it was mayhem when it needed to be mayhem, but when all the acts were on, silence.
Yeah.
I mean, that's magic.
On paper, you're looking at going, because it was all fellas, it was all fantasy football league forfeits. So there's like I'd say there's about at least 15 to 20 lads in there all in to watch these two boys do fantasy football forfeits, and that for comedy is a nightmare. Like you're just sitting there going, these boys don't care, they're just going to get Stephen. But they were lovely, they were dead on. So if they're listening to this, shout out to you as they came down. It was great crack. We'll not sell out another gig for a year until fantasy football's over, unfortunately.
see, to be honest, like but if you think about it, because I was thinking in my head, there's only like 5 of each. There's only 10 tickets sold between them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, right enough, actually,
the other tickets were proper sales, like, so.
Yeah, fair enough, actually. Yeah, I actually didn't even think of that. So there was actual genuine punters down, yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't just all for that, but them guys doing stand-up for the first time, especially the last guy that went on here. Me and you have both been there. First gig, like,
the first guy went up and he had like he clearly just stolen jokes off the internet. Which here, if I lost that forfeit and didn't want to stand up his career, that's what I would do. Just take what works off the internet. Did 5 minutes and he was murdering. He had a wee bit of like styled them and reading them out and looking at the crowd and all. And then the next guy went on was obviously watching me like, fuck, he murdered. I'm gonna do well here. Got up and just died. Like no stage presence, nothing. One stage he did it. I can't remember what the one line was, but it was something like, Doctor, I feel like a pair of curtains or something. He's like, oh, pull yourself together. And he just sort of kept looking at his phone, then looked up, and nobody laughed. And he just looked so helpless with the spotlight in his face. And it was the first time everyone laughed, just seeing how helpless he was, because all of his mates were trying their hardest not to laugh at him either, which just didn't help the situation. It was so good.
It was last night was great. Like it was just one of those nights where like this is class. I love this. I love the fact that I'm an absolute part of this. Is unbelievable.
It was a feel good comedy, because open mics get a weird reputation. Like open mics get a reputation of like, these are bad gigs. You kind of like trick people to go into them and then they're stuck there. Like there is a weird open mic thing with that, but I think what we run is like, I try and get everyone behind the acts that are on. Like I properly go, look, if they die together. If they do well, we do well together.
Yeah.
Everyone's down here trying to do their best, and use are as much part of the show as the people on stage. So let's all just have a laugh here and get on with it. And it's really well. It goes really well. Like something different. Like, and such a wee intimate environment too.
It is. It does. It's like I've died on a few stages, but Mads is the one you feel like, you know what, I've died, but there's people, you know. There's somebody there with like a defib. There's somebody in the sidelines just to bring you back. There's somebody with a defib going, right, you've died. We'll bring you back. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's class. Like, Tuesday night's class.
Yeah, you know I love a good football analogy. It's kind of like I think like scoring an own goal, but you're already 3-0 up. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of you're all right. You've gone, we didn't lose the game, thank God. You know, we've come off there. If you're going to score an own goal, do it here. Sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a safe time to do it. But I wanted to pick. Go on there.
It's like the last. It's like knowing you've qualified from your group in the Champions League, and it's the last game. Do you know what I mean?
Roll out the reserves.
Roll out the reserves. That's it. You know, work on a new corner kick routine here and there.
I was going to say there. We got a bit of hate on our TikTok this week, which I was delighted about. Well, I don't even know if it is hate. It's absolutely hilarious. Someone commented under our TikTok going, "What in the pot noodle is your logo?" So our logo looks like the pot noodle logo. And I was going, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shout out Paul from Comedy Hub and I who made it. I love the logo, but I can't deny it. I just couldn't deny the comedy because that is fantastic.
Yeah, it does. See, when he said it, I was like, yeah, it actually does look like the pod noodle thing. Which here, fair play. If that's what gets us recognized, anytime somebody eats pod noodle, almost listen to that podcast here. That's
exactly
genius marketing on our behalf.
Yeah, no, it is, because I've already messaged. I swear to God, I've done this. I've messaged pot noodle, been like, we need to get a collab going here. Tell you what, / pot noodle, and we get a wee, I don't know what flavor we'll get. The bomber spicy, I don't know.
The Bombay bomber, that's like that's the other. Yeah, the Nuri noodle special. That's nice.
That actually, I don't think anyone from Nuri can say that though. I go throw up if I say that. The Nuri noodle special, that's like, that's a big word for that. Like, back in it.
Yeah.
I've actually never had a pot noodle before.
I have once, and it was if they sponsor us, it was a nice thing I've ever had. If they don't sponsor us, that's stinking.
As of right now, rotten.
Rotten.
Get the money out and we'll say it's lovely.
My wee girl likes pot noodle, to be fair. She likes them.
Never went for them.
Nah, man, my girlfriend loves them. I'm just like,
we like to be wine and dine, you know. We like proper cuisine. It's like chicken goujon fillet rolls and fucking sausage rolls. Proper grub.
Don't get me started on the chicken goujons again.
No.
last week.
But I am going to get you started. We'll go into our Talal rants, will we?
Yes.
What is up with you this week? What has gotten you down in the dumps? Because you seem in good mood. I don't think there could be anything this week.
No, there is. There's always something, Sean. There's always something, and it is almost like a. And I'm going to be very careful when I say this, right? I can't keep up, right? I just can't. I can't keep up with the new lingo. I can't keep up with young people. I'm getting old. My body's broken, right? My body's giving up on me, right? My mind is slowly going the same way, right? I asked a question last night, right?
I know where this is going.
Right. I asked this question last night because I genuinely didn't know, right? But it's not that I would like to be educated more on. I would like someone to go, here's a PDF, learn it, and I will do it, right? Yeah. But new terms for things, I just can't keep up. Like the term was, correct me if I'm wrong, cisgender.
Yep.
Cisgender. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah. Like somebody put up a clip, somebody put up like a TikTok or something going, this is what this means, this is what this means, this is what this means, this is how they like to be referred to, and I will follow that, right? Yeah. So I can't fucking keep up. I can't do it.
I'm actually trying to remember what cisgendered means. Cisgendered is like you're born in the body, like whatever body you're born in, that's what you identify as, or something like that. I think that's what it is.
Yes, I think so. Right. Well, that's what the person who I asked told me. Right. So right, okay. I'm sticking to that. I got an email from work today. I've been like, here's a new list of phrases you need to use, and I'm like, I haven't heard any of these before. So it's like, or like I work for like they're predominantly they're an American-owned company, so they have different terms.
Oh,
somebody help me.
Yeah,
I can't keep up. Because I would genuinely be kind of annoyed if I upset somebody by using a wrong term or whatever. I genuinely would, genuinely would. Like I'm from the country. Like I refer to this. This is how old and broken I'm getting. I refer to the cinema as the pictures.
Oh yeah, yes. I still go to the pictures. I would say the pictures, like.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm going to the pictures tonight. I'm like, oh my God, can we just said that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't keep. There's too the young people are too like. I seen somebody last night wearing double denim. A lad wearing double denim. Right. The only people who I see wearing double denim are 55-year-old divorced dads who have lost their week's wages in the bookies. I mean, I've had the same outfit.
When did that become a fashion trend?
And I'm like, why is he not getting at least some sort of insult projected towards him?
Well,
do you know what I mean?
As MC, because he was at the comic club, I gave him a light touch, and trust me, I wanted to go further. But I knew that if you say too much, people go, you're bullying that poor cisgendered, and I would have got confused because I didn't know what cisgendered meant either at the time. So I would have been like, oh no, I've annoyed somebody. And like, do you know what you have there? I'm going to diagnose you. You have blissful ignorance, Talal. That's what you have. There's no intent of harm or damage. And you want to learn and you want to get better. But fuck me, there is a lot to get through. And you're going to get some wrong.
Yes. So my point is, right, we're all now conditioned to like learn stuff from like TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. So if somebody could just even send me something, go, right, here is the acceptable terms to use.
Yep.
And I will do my best to use them. You know what I mean? Because round where I live, we don't even have genders. You're just a culty or you're not.
It's like the same around here. Everyone just goes, well odd. Whether you're a lad, whether you're a nothing, whether you're whatever, it's well odd. And you're not going to go, hey, I don't identify as lad. I go, you do down here. That's how it goes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like so it is. That's really great because I'm just like, I can't keep up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you the main reason because I want to be able to educate my children, right? Be like, right, because they're good because not belong to baby girls in like primary school and secondary school, and still come and ask me a question. I go, I haven't a clue. I don't know. Go ask mummy. Mummy's like, nah, I'm the clue either. Do you know what I mean? So and it's like somebody make a shortened video or some sort of clip or PDF or send me in on email or whatever new technology.
So it would make me so happy. So it would make me so happy if someone does this for you. You get it, look at it, and go, nah, fuck that. I'll call them whatever I want. Just like ignore. You just go, nah, I can see what they're on about. I can see it. I know why. Fuck this shit. There's too many. Because I genuinely think, and this isn't me trying to have a go or try and be cool or edgy, there isn't a short list. Like there's just so many now to keep up with things. Like it's like anything. Like I tell you where it started, right? I know exactly where a lot of this started. What we do is we take words and then we just reinvent a word that means the exact same thing, and then someone does something to that word, and then they have to invent a new word. I'll give you the perfect example. Remember, you see someone in school come in with blue hair or something like that, something out of the ordinary that you weren't used to seeing, and everyone go, "Look at that weirdo."
Yes,
that was standard behavior and what was happening. And whether that was right or wrong, whatever, leave that up for debate. But what's now happened is if someone comes into school with blue hair, you go, "Oh, sure, Jesus, he's just a bit quirky," which means the exact same thing. But people are like, "Nah, it's cool to be quirky now." Do you know what I mean? But we all know what you mean.
Yeah.
We all know you're like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah.
People are lunatics.
Exactly. People are mental. People in the human race. The human race. Did you ever hear that whenever COVID was at its height, did you ever hear people going on about the Great Reset?
Oh, that we needed to go back to the beginning again.
Bang! Hit that
yeah.
button. Hit that button. We need a Declan Nerney. Stop the word. Let me off.
Yeah.
We need back.
Joe Rogan has a great bit on that where he's like, it's one of his old specials, and it's like he thinks the theory he has in the world is we keep getting that big like thing. It's like up in Switzerland, and they send like these cells around or these like orbs around, and then it shows like a black hole can open up. Or something like that. Yes. It's like some big experiment that happens up in Switzerland. I've butchered that. Someone smarter know what I'm on about, but that's the gist of it. He goes, I think we get to a point in time where we're just about to push that button to figure out what's going on in the world, how we got here. They hit it, there's a leak, it goes wrong, and we just go back to the start again. And that just happens every like 1,000 years. We keep getting to this point in time. I'm like, I can fucking see that.
Yeah.
I can see that happen.
And like that's the thing that's been on my mind. And then last night sort of reaffirmed it as well. I'm like, I do not know because I talk to people sort of all over the world, so it's very, especially like with Americans, right? Some American men are called Tracy,
right? Yes,
which is I assume a popular name there.
Yeah.
So I automatically assume that they're female.
Right. Okay.
So then I get the shock of my life whenever I'm like on like a Teams meeting. I'm like, so then I'm like, all right, okay, he's just a regular dude.
Whenever I was in the Philippines, everyone would come up to you and say, "Hello, ma'am, sir." I was going, what does ma'am, sir mean? I thought that was like a term they use. They're literally just saying like ma'am or sir. They're using both at the same person just to like do cover their track sort of thing, being like, I called you both, and if you get annoyed, that's fucking fine. But I seen a great video the other day. It was a boy from Newry. I think have I sent you his videos before? He's like a PT, and he like gives off about like stuff like this, but like on like the extreme side of it, and like doesn't want to learn about it and doesn't want people in his comments and stuff like that. No. But he goes, somebody came up to me the other day and they goes, they called me a they. And he goes, I'm no fucking they. How dare you? Just going by, just let it go. Let it go. Like he goes, I've never been offended by this whole he, she thing, but when someone called me they, I understood. I got it there and then. I was raging. I was like, for God's sake.
There's a comedian, I don't know where he's from, but he had a class bit on it. He was like, this was at the start of this whole like the them thing, and he's like, so he had a friend whose partner identified as a they them. Mm-hmm. So he was like, "Oh, I'll invite you and your partner in for dinner," and he was like, "That's okay. I'm gonna bring them." Mm-hmm. And the comedian's like, "Oh, but how many does he mean?" He's like, and it is unbelievable. It's one of them bits I'm like, I wish I'd have thought of that. That's class.
I hate that. I hate when you see a good bit and you're just going, "Fuck's sake, that was there for the taking." Like that was there.
Yeah.
I think what we should do is with this, right? I think I'm going to put a good wrap on this. I think what we should do is we should just be like, once you get to like a certain age or certain thing, I think what happens is people get way too quick about it. Do you know what I mean? Like to get offended. People are too quick. Yes. Going, oh, you know, and you're just choosing not to. He goes, no, I am an idiot. Don't take offense to what I'm saying. Once you educate me, I am all up for this crack, but give me a wee bit of grace period here, you know? And the people that aren't going to get it, they'll probably be dead in 20 years. And I'm sorry, that's a long time to wait for you, but like we're going to be out of this pretty soon. Like, you know, we're all getting the same wavelength here. Like, it'll be all right.
We are. Like, I as I say, like my body's giving up on me. You know what I mean? It's just like everything takes me time now. You know what I mean? Everything. Like I have to factor in an extra 2 minutes to getting in and out of the car. You know, it's that my body's just giving up. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be honest with you. I think, right? Do you ever do? I've been applying for jobs recently, and there's a form when you're from Northern Ireland. You have to fill in all this stuff about Catholics, Protestant, gender, what you're attracted to. And see, when it always goes heterosexual. For whatever reason, I have to look it up. I'm going, I think I'm heterosexual. I don't know. Like, I get confused. I goes, I think that's what I do. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like yeah. But I am starting to look after my. I'm announcing that I'm starting to look after myself a wee bit better. I've started back to the gym, come back to boxing again, watching my dad a wee bit more now. So I'm actively trying to. So hopefully, as the weeks and months progress with this podcast, my face will become less and less.
Well, see if you become the lux of this podcast, I'm giving up. I have nothing else to contribute. I'm done.
Sean, you know what? Do a like close up of your eyes. My eyes, I'm dead behind the eyes. You still have that zest for life. Somebody said to me one time, goes, Talal, you've lost the zest for life. Because I was at work giving off. He was complaining about this name. I was like, oh, life's too short. I goes, life's not short. I'm like, I've been here 35 years. It's long as fuck. Yeah. Like, I'm not really committing on. I was like, I don't think I can commit on 35. I was like, I can't. You know what I mean? I just can't. I'm not gonna just commit to that right now. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'll probably see my children till they're like 18, 19. I goes, then I'll probably decide after that. See what my options are, you know.
Your spice of life at the minute is just like salt and vinegar. You're just happy, you know, mayonnaise and tomato sauce. That's you. That's you sorted.
I am. Yeah, I am. My how you describe my life right now is the old farmer's lunch. Slice of nutty crust, tomato, and a bit of salt. That's me. The old farmer's lunch.
People are looking at you being like, "Oh, why are you crying?" You're like, "Just the onion, lads. Gives me every day. Every day that onion just sneaks up."
Yeah. And like, even though like this past couple of weeks, I've been friends, had a great time with the friends, done that thing today. Work's going good. Children are good, everything. Still, like, I just can't do another 35 years. Like, just
do you know what? People are going to listen to this and go, "That boy needs help." Let me tell you something. That's a man couldn't be happier either with that situation. That's fine. Some boys just want to eat vanilla out of the tub. Do you know what I mean? That's just the way it is.
That is the problem. I add too much vanilla out of too many tubs. So that is the problem. You know, I mean, as if you're going to get loads of. Because I did nothing to give off by now. Overweight. I am. It was going to be like, he's a real prick. Like, he should be going, not Talal, you're grand. No, you're but that's the thing. You need to be told these. Like, you need to be told. It's like, I don't agree with like everybody gets prize.
Yeah, no, I don't either. I'm with you.
Fuck that. Nah.
Yeah.
Because we're raising a generation of people who don't. That's why there's probably an increase in like sexual offenders. Because back in the day, but no, right?
Where is this going?
Right, listen, hear me out, right?
Not enough people are eating vanilla. That's the problem.
Hear me out, right? It's not that long ago I was a young lad chasing females, right? And right. When I say chasing females, I don't mean physically chasing them. I mean like trying to court, right? Trying to court, right? And you go up to the girl that you thought, yeah, she's nice. And I go up and go, look, can I have a dance or whatever? Right? What do I mean? 1700 Victorian times. May I have the lady's hand? But you might have, said a few lines, or asked her to buy a drink. Maybe you'd have asked for like a wee kiss, And she went, no. And I went, no problem. Enjoy the rest of your night. And that was it. Right. I didn't follow her on social medias. I didn't try and like all her Instagram posts. It was just
right.
No,
okay, so
she respected me, and I respected her, and that was it. I wished her well, and she wished me well, and I would have went off, maybe had a cry in the toilets by myself, but I was getting used to rejection.
Yep.
Young lads now. And I mean, young lads who look like me when they're 16 go up to like a model and go, "Will you go with me?" No. And next thing they're following them around, and that's what creates, because they don't know the word no. They need to bring back the word no is the most powerful word, I think, when you're growing up. You have to be told no, or that, because like see this, stand up, right? see this of like, you can be anything you want to be, and don't let anybody crush your dreams, right? I get that, right? Right? But I think my mum would have felt like I went to my mum when I was 14 years of age, right? I was an avid listener of the Tim Westwood radio show. I was probably the only person in Tyrone listening to the Tim Westwood rap show, right? I bought a set of decks. I had I got 12-inch vinyls, and on them vinyls was an instrumental, right?
Right.
Now, I was writing rap songs, right? This is me 14 years of age, going, I'm gonna be the next Eminem. And my mum went, son, you can be an accountant.
Yes.
You can do whatever you want. Says, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. You will never be a rapper. What rap? She goes, listen to how you talk, right? Then listen to how Eminem, 50 Cent goes, listen to how they talk and rap, and then listen to you rap.
Yeah.
And none of them go rolling down the streets by. You know what I mean? Like, she's like that's so bring the Miranda's start to help people know more, especially younger people, so they're used to rejection, they're used to because life's hardest. Life's shit.
I need to intervene. Hold on here a second. Hold on, right?
It isn't shit.
Talal, you're saying you need to tell people no. You've been told no your whole life. You just said 5 minutes ago on this podcast, at 35, you've lost the zest for life. You don't care anymore. He's just going, I'm like dead behind the eyes. I just hate life. And then you're going, you need to hear no. Okay. But I get what you mean. I know I'm only playing devil's advocate here. You're 100% right. People need to be told no and face rejection. Because here's the other thing. Here's the other side of this. This is where I bring the positive energy of this podcast. So many no's. See, once you get that yes, you'll feel like a winner. Once you get that Kurt, or once you do that fucking rap album and you make it, you'll feel like a winner. You'll feel like a winner. And if that doesn't summarize this podcast up in our two brains, I don't know whatever will. Like, that is as positive as I can make that round. Go for your dreams, kids, but to be prepared to fail along the way. That's how I'll spin that one.
No, just stick to the party line. Just don't have any massive dreams. Just don't have any dreams, then you'll never be disappointed.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Stay humble, kids. Just stay humble. Stay humble. Not enough electricians in this country this day, I tell you. You need to fucking the money is.
Young lads don't want to work these days. Don't get me started on that.
No, I'm not gonna. Anyway. I'm not gonna. Right. We're going on to local news. Did you see this? Right, this is good comic talk here. Tommy Tiernan is apparently running for Irish president 2025.
Here, how do I get citizenship pronounced right? I'm voting yes.
It's not unreal.
That is, but Tommy Tiernan's actually quite educated and he understands the plight of the people.
Exactly, because he's done it all. Do you ever hear the stories of him like being on the dole the early days and like starting artists out in Galway, and he's just like, sure, it's a bit of crack. I think you need someone like that in politics. Someone that goes on, I was a bit of a wingnut, but I figured it out now, and I've read some books and done some poetry. Like, and I'm good crack.
Exactly.
Man of the people, Tommy Tiernan. Although I will say he needs to drop the hattie where he wears like a fedora or something. I can't be having that as president. Like, if he's coming out to shake my hand on All Ireland final day, I'd be like, that hat's a bit insulting. But apart from that, I'm all for it.
But you like the thing about it is he will deliver bad news to the country, but make it funny.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, your tax is going to be increased by 50%, but you're here. Less money for the weight to steal off you. You know what I mean?
Do you know what would be the worst thing for him though? Like him being president and everyone coming up to congratulate him and going, here, you get some material off being president here, by. I had a quid for every person that no matter what I do, I could go to the shop to buy milk with somebody and they'll go, here, if you'll get some material out of this, and goes, nothing has happened funny here. This is just
I have done an exchange that happens a million times a day.
Yeah.
There's milk, there's £2, no problem. Sweet.
Yeah.
Not in that. Not in.
But I think the Irish president, the Taoiseach, no, it's not the Taoiseach, it's the actual president. He's going for. They don't really do much, do they? They just kind of shake hands with people and go about the place, and be a bit of crack, make some speeches and stuff. I think he'd be well up for it.
I'll be class because I think it would like then lead to like other countries going, sure, we'll get a comedian. Like who would you want to be like king of the UK comedian? Like
Kevin Bridges.
Comedy wise. Hi, unbelievable.
That would be
Peter
class.
K.
Yeah. Kevin Bridges just party line. Kevin Bridges party line just no more house race. Just fucking
yeah.
Quote the like vintage bits.
You know what I mean? Aye, class. Connor Keys, put him in charge.
Yeah.
Weed legalized the next day. It's like every day's and chill. But that's magic. Is he genuinely running for the president? That's unbelievable.
Well, he hasn't said he's going for it, but he's been the report says here he's been tight-lipped on the possibility of running, and he's apparently been meeting with the current president, Michael D. Higgins.
So let's break down the next candidates for president of Ireland right now. People from further outside of Ireland look at us as like a wee jokey sort of place. So our next candidates for presidency are Tommy Tiernan, a worldwide famous comedian, and the other running against him is Frostbite Boy.
Yeah. Here, take my money for those debates. That would be incredible.
Like, I actually think that it would be fire. It would be like a Netflix special. That's it. Like that's class, man.
I'm kind of glad Ireland goes under the radar like that, though. Like, see the way like America's ones are so publicized, and it's like embarrassing for the country when it's madness. I like how we just like elect a wee lad, or a woman, or whoever it is, and they just go about their business. Very low. It's a very Irish thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, the president of Ireland has to be the most humble person of all time. Do you know what I mean? Being like, you can see them whenever they roll out that red carpet, being like, "Don't be making fuss for me. Don't be doing that. That's too much now." Like, they hate it.
Yeah, like they definitely still go to like the local on a Friday night, going, "Here, look, nobody say the P word. I'm in for my lock of pints, boss." You know what I mean? That's it. Just nobody mention it. You know what I mean? Look, I'll pay for the pints. Don't worry about it. Sorry, the state will pay for the pints. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So going, well, you off the weekend, he goes, "No, I have to shake hands with this fucking mental Russian president coming over or something." Like, I've got to, fuck's sake, I'm up a left. Just on a quiet weekend. I have to go shake hands with someone else. Madness.
Him trying to watch the early kickoff, Brentford against Wolves. Oh, I have to go. I'm opening a new centre in Limerick.
Imagine here, if Tommy Tiernan's doing stand-up while being president of Ireland, I am putting my application in to bring him on stage. I will bring the roof down with that intro.
Oh, unbelievable.
I would do full Bruce Buffer to get him on stage. He's the president. He's the fucking 2024 Comedian of the Year. And just winging him on. That would be unbelievable.
When you were bringing me on last night, I was like, he is about to go through puberty again. Because your voice kind of a bit of a skip.
I was running on low fumes last night by the time I got you on. 16 acts.
16 acts is it's insane.
I could run for president in a couple of years with the amount of people I'm giving stage time. They owe me a few favors. The votes I get, class.
You imagine like going, look, this guy wants to try a new tight five. Yeah, you might have heard of him before. He's a president of the country.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a bit political. He's a president of the Republic of Ireland. Yes. Though in Madden, say it probably would be.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
They would recognize him, yeah.
So global news then. We'll go to our global news section. May as well. Okay, this is the content that you'd expect from us two boys. This is the big global news happening in the world this week. And it started off the other week, actually. This all kicked off. Originally, it was Maya Jama and Stormzy breaking up. This week, it's Tommy Fury and Molly May Hague breaking up. Breaking the world news. Talal, give me your thoughts straight off the bat here. It's fresh news.
Right. I've seen her Instagram post, right?
Did you go looking for it?
No. My girlfriend sent me it.
I gotta be honest, I went looking for it. Ashton went, they're broken up, and I was straight on Instagram like, that's mad.
So, girlfriend sent me, I said, oh my God, Tommy Fury and Molly May split up. So I was like, you know what? She sometimes listens to me when I talk about comedy. She's really much interest in it. So I'll use her. I was like, oh my God, that's unbelievable.
Wow, unbelievable is the wrong answer. You're like, that's class. Unreal. I've got a chance.
Like, here. He's definitely done something wrong because her Instagram post is very like, he's definitely cheated on her. Like,
yeah, I was like, there's no reading between the lines. It literally says, didn't expect to end, especially like this. And I'm just like, oh, that's not, it's bad act there now. Bad act.
He has done something. He's done something bad.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I can link it to, right? And because she was so dramatic about it, have you seen the Katie Price scandal?
What's that?
So there was a picture of her in Dubai.
Right.
Do you hear about this?
No.
So she put a picture of herself naked in Dubai.
Right.
Okay? Lying on a bed with basically someone has shit on her. That's
I can see you trying to figure out how to say that. And he just went, somebody shot her. Somebody just let one go.
Right.
Or she shot herself. I don't know.
On the size of it just looks like that's a big box. I think that's a big guy who's eating a lot of protein. That's a box. That's a big Tommy Fury shite. Like, so, Tommy Fury shitting Katie Price's not even chest on her stomach, and that's why they spit up.
Look, I like to disclose these aren't allegations; these are facts we're presenting on this week's podcast. These aren't like any conspiracy. This is the facts we're bringing to you live.
Fabrizio Romano here. Here we go.
Fresh off the press. Here we go, lads.
There's nowhere else we can go with that.
Yeah, you're gonna go just here. You're not gonna believe this shit. That's brutal. That's fuck. So, yeah, so there's our global news.
I was trying to think of a fancy word for like shit. I was like, I can't think of this. I was like, you're just shitting there.
This ties in. There is a new fancy word for shit. You just need someone to create that list from earlier on, just so you can
get the PDF out, get it out.
Yeah. Turns out he dropped some follicles on her chest. Turns out what happened there. Defecated would be the right word on the chest of Lady Price.
on her torso, probably something.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to wrap us up this week, Sean.
That is. I don't think we can go anywhere else with that. But if you have enjoyed this episode, you know where to find us on YouTube, on Spotify. Give us a wee review if you can. Any shares of anyone that listens to this regularly as well. Don't be afraid to tell people you listen to the podcast. It helps us out and gets the word out there. We're trying our best to provide you some good content, so that would be greatly appreciated as well.
Yes. Even like comment and stuff. It takes 2 seconds to share it. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. So
it's completely free. But I'll tell you what's not free. Our Patreon, which we're now announcing. We're going to be heading over to Patreon here to record some stuff as well. We're going to have a lot of fun things happening over there. We've got plans for Q&As. We've got plans to do a super accumulator every week. So we're going to try to turn a pound into millions. And we want to hear your guys' suggestions from who should be on the accumulator. If you're a football fan or not, don't worry. We'll keep that towards the end of the podcast, but if you are interested in that sort of stuff, it'll all be happening on the Patreons, which we should be launching either this week or next week, but we're going to hop on here and record a wee bit of bonus content here.
Where else would you get it?
Yeah, every other podcast in the world. But choose ours. I think we're going to do cheap membership, like £1 or like something like that. £1 or there's like a £3 option you can do or something like that. So cheap and cheerful. And if you want to go over there and support, we greatly appreciate it.
We would absolutely love that. Yeah.
Okay, right. See you all next week, Talal. That was great crack. See you in the next one.
See you later on, Sean. Bye-bye. Love you all.
Oh, just let me. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me.